Hello there Kangaroos, welcome back to Yakuza Kiwami and entry 16 in Rue's gaming diary. We did a lot of progress so far, but in this entry I want to take a step back from the game's main story and share some of the side adventures happening in the game. So let's start at the top, with the stuff that changed since Yakuza 0. I didn't really had any opportunity to talk about that stuff yet. The first thing I want to talk about is Kiryu's abilities. Unlike Yakuza 0, where I had to invest cash to level up, I now have to collect experience points to beef up Kiryu. I already did that in my first playthrough, but as you can see, there are still some abilities missing on the Dragon of Dojima tab. This is a little bit different, as you have to finish the very long Majima Everywhere campaign to fully unlock it. Don't you worry, I will talk about that in a future video. So why don't we take a little stroll around Kamurocho and see what changed in the town itself. Our funny friend Bob is still around, and the good old phone booths are still around too. But here's something I really like about this game. I can save whenever I want on the pause screen. I can also still intervene in shakedowns to save the people of Kamurocho, or run into random encounters to show off my fighting skills. The familiar sub-stories are back too. I won't talk about all of them, but so far I encountered various interesting quests. Molestation accusation, for example. While taking a walk across Theatre Square, I'm stopped by a lady accusing me of being a regular Captain Grabass. Those are the game's words, not mine. The whole thing seems fishy, as a guy shows up threatening to call the police unless I fork over 10,000 yen. Of course I'm not paying a single yen. Instead, I solved the problem the only way I know how. Violence. In the end, it turns out the whole thing was just a scam. Speaking of sketchy, Price of an F-Cup has me rescuing a nice looking lady from a drunk. She wants to thank me by inviting me out to a drink. Can't really say no to that, right?
Nice.
But something seems off. And would you know it, these guys wanted to drug me. I called them out on the scam and beat them up. Of course. What else is there? There is a Dine and Dasher I have to chase and beat up. And last but not least, I find a desperate dude in a public toilet.
Nice.
No, not that kind of desperate. He wants me to bring him several packets of pocket tissues to help him out with his mess. Of course there will be more sub-stories as the main one progresses, so I will keep you posted on that front in the future. As far as minigames and attractions go, the good old bowling alley is still there, so is the batting cages. Karaoke is still as awesome as ever. And instead of arcade games, I can take funny pictures at the Sega high-tech clubs. The Pocket Circuit Stadium is still here too. You may remember that one from my Yakuza 0 walkthroughs. It's nice to bump into the Pocket Circuit fighter again to learn that he got a fiancé now and is trying to find a successor. This does, of course, start a big sub-storyline, in which I run into all the little kids I met back in Yakuza 0. To clear that storyline, I have to defeat Hideki, the Pocket Circuit fighter, and Takuma. Here are the builds to all three races, if you want to try them yourself. All ends well, with Takuma agreeing to become the next Pocket Circuit fighter. It's a nice little trip down memory lane, but I didn't really mention the Pocket Circuit Stadium in my Yakuza 0 videos, so let's move on. Which brings me to the new attractions in town. There is a bikini bar, I like it, and I can visit one of the cabaret clubs in town. Unlike Yakuza 0, I don't have to manage these places, but I'm able to spend some time there as a customer to get drunk and to chat with the hostesses there. This is a whole side campaign in on itself. I can feed the hostess right answers during our chats or take her out on dates to fill and upgrade her affection meter. Maxing out this meter unlocks a sub-story, where I have to help said hostess. Doing so grants me the affection S rank and a nice reward. A really nice reward. The phone cards from the last game are gone now and have been replaced with locker keys I can find and use to grab bonus items. And another collectible opens up another long chain of sub-stories. After finding an interesting card, I'm introduced to the latest trend in gaming, Mess King Battle. It's a trading card game featuring intriguing designs, and is basically a dressed up game of rock, paper, scissors, just like the Japanese catfight club in the previous game. I can see the appeal of it. Oh yeah. But to play the game itself, I have to find new cards, either by beating other players or by finding them on the streets. Beating all the opponents the game throws at me, I did become the king of Mess King Battle. Of course, that's not all you can do in Yakuza Kiwami to spend your time. I still owe you an explanation on the whole Majima Everywhere stuff. But as I said, this will have to wait until the main story progresses farther.